picking up some much-needed yards in first down.
You are looking live at Community Field in Knox, an aptly named place tonight because the entire community is here for the 81st renewal of Starke County's football rivalry. The second-ranked and 1A state runner-up North Judson Blue Jays come a-calling on the 10th-ranked and 3A Knox Redskins on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. And how you doing, everybody? Alongside my 20-year partner, the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt, with Angelo to Carlo roaming the sidelines. It's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us for what should be an exciting night of football in our season debut on Sports Michiana. The North Judson Blue Jays were the cause celeb here in Starke County last year. They went all the way down to Lucas Oil Stadium before losing to Providence. And all Brett Lambert's been asked in the offseason is, can you do that again?
Well, I tell you what, Coach Lambert believes in his system. He believes in the underclassmen and believes in his system of developing those underclassmen. And I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of underclassmen on that field tonight. A lot of guys with not a whole lot of experience. He does have a few guys here and there, a few guys returning, but it's going to be a young group. They really have to develop, and they have to understand Friday Night Lights.
And that team has been focused on this ball game tonight since coming back from Lucas Oil.
I appreciate it much. Thanks.
Well, anyway, what Brett Lambert had to say was they have a clock up in their weight room, and that clock then moved to the locker room. It was a countdown clock that went all the way from the start of the season. And, well, let's hear from Brett Lambert right now. Okay, that's not Brett Lambert. That's our student-athlete feature. We'll have that at halftime. Let's pause for our national anthem. Our national anthem played by the Knox Marching Band. So Brett Lambert and North Judson have been counting down to this game all off season. This game is special in this county because these are the only two schools in the county that play football. Russ Radke started his career at North Judson. He's now the head coach at Knox. He's had a lot of success here. And I can give you one good reason why. His number's 2, and his name's Miles McLaughlin.
Who? Miles who? I tell you what, he's a very talented young lad. We saw him as a freshman down here, and we're like, holy cow, this kid's only a freshman. Here we are 4 years later, and he's just doing it year in and year in. But the biggest thing is he'll be one of the first ones to tell you couldn't do it alone. He's got a lot of seniors up front on that offensive line, and this defense, only 2 juniors, the rest all seniors. A lot of guys returning. They expect big things out of this Knox team this year.
Funny thing happened when I asked Russ Radke about tonight's opponent. He talked more about Knox. So apparently we don't have that soundbite.
We just got to worry about Knox. Judson's going to show up. They're going to play football. They're going to be in the spots where they need to be at the right time. It's whether or not we can understand their philosophy of what they're doing offensively and defensively, and then attack. And then I think that the factor with the crowd and the community, and hopefully with our specialty teams, we can do something to give us a little bit of an advantage.
Thanks for the help this week. Angelo Carlo roaming the sidelines, and Ange, this used to be a lot like the Hatfields and McCoys here in Starke County. But a society that is more mobile is a little less hostile. Doesn't mean it's not a big game still.
Hey, it's the biggest game of the regular season in Starke County, no question about that. The conference implications aren't on the line anymore because the two teams are not in the same conference. But when you can start the year with the biggest game of the regular season against the foes that you're friends with when it's not a football game, but when it is the football game, you want to win that. You want to have those bragging rights. North Judson has won 3 of the last 4 meetings in this rivalry, so Knox is the bigger school. They've won 3 straight sectional titles. But North Judson's been to the state championship a year ago. You know Knox wants to be the premier program in Starke County, and it can start with a win tonight and having those bragging rights for the seniors for the rest of their lives.
It's the 81st chapter of this rivalry and the first chapter of our 2025 season. Glad you're with us. The Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show continues when we look at our key players and keys to win next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
No.
Were you eating that in college?
I'm not hearing.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done?
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value. We welcome you back into the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth as we get you ready for this one with our Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show and our Lilliard Insurance Keys to Win. Let's start with some of our key players, and we'll begin with the North Judson Blue Jays. Grayson McDaniel is going to be asked to do a lot in that backfield. The 6-foot, 207-pound senior is the leading ball carrier coming back from last year with nearly 400 yards rushing on 40 carries. He'll also have to be an inside linebacker on defense. But he will get some help on this team from Asen Harper, a talented sophomore, 6 foot, 208 pounds. Harper will be the quarterback to start with. He rushed for 191 yards last year and threw for a touchdown pass, and Asen Harper will also be a two-way player playing outside linebacker. As far as the Knox Redskins are concerned, well, Bo alluded to it. You keep your eyes on number 2, Miles McLaughlin. Was 12th in the country in rushing last year, led the state with 2,830 rushing yards. He can do it all and will be asked to as he plays on both sides of the ball, as does Tucker Burns, the big 6'1", 275-pound lineman, was a junior All-Stater a year ago. He's been a 3-year starter on the offensive line. Going to play some defensive line this year to try to gum up the middle of the defense for opponents, which will be key against this North Judson running game. Let's look at our Lilliard Insurance keys to win, Bo.
For North Judson, they need to win that turnover battle. They need to make sure they capitalize on that when they do that as well. Be disciplined. Offense, defense, they can not allow penalties to happen, and they need to make sure they are disciplined with where McLaughlin is going and keep emotions in check. Big game, but you got to understand what's at stake here. For Knox, the Redskins, no turnovers as well. They cannot afford any. Win the special teams. They believe that's a big area that they have an advantage at. And miles for miles. We'll see how many miles runs for tonight.
Well, he could wind up getting to the 4-mile mark for his career if he has a good night rushing the football tonight. The Redskins are primed and ready to come through the tunnel. North Judson is on the field. This has been our Farrah Custom Roll Forming pregame show. We're back with the Babsco opening kickoff and the start of tonight's game after this on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. Captains are meeting in midfield for the reenactment of the coin toss. Knox has won the toss, and they have elected to receive, and they will be down at the north end of Community Field on a picture-perfect night for football, 73 degrees. and not even a gentle zephyr to move the flag.
Tonight's check on what the teams are wearing is brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka. North Judson Blue Jays, the visiting team, wearing the white jersey, blue pants, and gold helmets. Knox Redskins, the home team, wearing the red jerseys, white pants, and red helmets. They were brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka.
And we are just about ready for the Babsco opening kickoff for tonight's game. Bo mentioned the special teams and the keys to win, and the kicking game is a bit of a mystery for both teams. For North Judson, their normal kicker, Logan Pradke, is in a boot tonight. It's not where you want to see your kicker. And so he is sidelined. They had open auditions all week for the kicking job. And it looks like Asen Harper, the sophomore, is going to get the nod for the kickoff. And when you take a look at Knox back deep, well, they'll put back guys like Ashton Walker, Isaac Singleton, and it looks like we also have perhaps Brian Korcha back there.
This first quarter is brought to you by the Point Drive-In in North Judson. They're cheering on both teams tonight. They're home to the best-rated burger in Starke County.
Actually, the kick comes to Miles McLaughlin at his 10. And McLaughlin brings it back to the 37-yard line. A dynamic 27-yard return by the senior. And he'll get the nod at quarterback. The 5'10", 190-pounder leads this Knox offense. He has 6,993 rushing yards in his career. That is 11th all-time in the state of Indiana. He just needs 21 yards to pass Keontae Ellis for 10th on the all-time list. And to put it into perspective that some of our fans to the north might understand, he's 371 career yards behind a guy by the name of Jack Kaiser.
Yep.
Who's now in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars and, of course, had a dynamic career as a linebacker at the University of Notre Dame. They spot the ball back at the 36. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. McLaughlin at quarterback. And actually, they do the direct snap to him, and he's gone. Goodbye, 64 yards. Miles McLaughlin put on a show. Touchdown sponsored by the City of Knox.
Just a great job up front by the linemen. You can see the guys here on the Heartland Church Starke County replay open up the big hole. He hits it quick, not a hand on him. Busts through the line, and he's gone.
So McLaughlin, on the first play of the season, smashes the 7,000-yard mark for his career, and he does it in style with a 64-yard touchdown run. That is the 104th rushing touchdown of his career. And they will line up for a two-point conversion, unless McLaughlin mastered the drop kick this week at practice. And McLaughlin will take it right on up the middle and saunter into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 8-0 Redskins.
Just a great job again. We talked before the game. You know, Miles is just a great athlete, and he's able to read the holes. But the hole that these offensive linemen are opening up on those two plays, we talked about how dominant these guys are. A bunch of seniors across that front line. Just a great job there again on the two-point play as well.
Now, we didn't even get a chance to meet the Knox starting lineup. We will eventually, and that'll be sponsored by the Knox Athletic Boosters. In fact, why don't we take a quick look at the Knox offense, because I want to talk about some of those linemen that just opened up that hole, because McLaughlin is in the backfield along with guys like Camden Garner and Brian Korcha. Jaden Fisher is a wingback, Ashton Walker receiver, but that front line, guys like Braxton Reese, the sophomore, then the seniors, Thompson, McNeil, Dixon, and Burns, they are road graders. They really worked hard in the weight room in the offseason on the deadlifts and the squats. And Russ Radke said there's a lot of muscle in those hind ends. Now, Knox has a kicking issue of its own, too, because their kicker from last year, Jake Conroy, graduated, and Miles McLaughlin found out at practice Monday, oh, by the way, you're the kicker this year.
Well, you know what? When you're an athlete and you take it on and the leader of the team, you're going to say, yep, coach, I'll do it. And you go out there and you practice and you learn it. And, usually somebody his caliber can pick it up pretty quick.
North Judson with a couple of deep men, but this will be fielded by one of the upbacks for the Blue Jays, and Aiden Christensen works his way up the field to about the 33-yard line. So pretty good field position here for the North Judson Blue Jays, and we've got an injured Knox Redskin, a little slow to get up, and that's Brian Korcha, one of their running backs and linebackers.
This first quarter is brought to you by the Point Drive-In and North Judson. They're cheering on both teams tonight, home to the best-rated burger in Starke County. They also have great sandwiches, delicious soft-serve hand-dipped ice cream, and more. Visit the Point Drive-In at 45 Main Street in North Judson.
So while the trainers tend to Korcha, why don't we take a quick time out? We're back in 60 seconds on Sports Michiana.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union, told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. North Judson with its first possession of the season, and a new quarterback in Asen Harper. Harper, a 6', 208-pound sophomore, has Evan McGowan as his fullback. Harper keeps it himself, turns the corner, and plows forward for about 4 yards. Nice open field tackle by Kane Weber, who you'll meet at halftime, one of our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week. Gives us a chance to meet the North Judson offense. It's sponsored by North Judson Athletics. You met Harper. Grayson McDaniel, the leading ball carrier, coming back from last year. The McGowan twins are in the backfield. They like Xander Nowak at tight end, and it's a big physical offensive line, although they missed C.J. Sanchez tonight. The Ball State commit is out with a knee injury, and Adam Allen takes his place in the offensive line. It is 2nd and 6. And they'll hand it off to the fullback, McGowan, and he's got nowhere to go. He gets submarined on a beautiful open field tackle by Maddox Kinder, the senior defensive back. And we've got a chance to meet the defense here for the Knox Redskins, brought to you by the Knox Athletic Boosters. And along that front line, they like Hunter Anderson and Easton Minix, their all-state defensive end. Kane Weber in the middle headlines the linebacking core. And in the secondary, yes, you keep an eye on McLaughlin. He had 56 tackles last year, but Kinder, who you just saw, had 41 stops.
A lot of veterans returning on this defensive group. 2 juniors, the rest are all seniors out there.
Big 3rd and 6 here for North Judson. Harper wants to throw. Rolls right, flings it out there, and they've got the first down as getting out of bounds after making the catch. For North Judson is Grayson McDaniel for his first catch of the season. He had 3 of those grabs last year, and it'll move the chains for the Blue Jays after a pickup of 8.
Be really interesting to see how Harper develops over this season. I saw him in the pregame warming up out there. He's definitely has the body as just a sophomore, 6', 208. And you can see him out there with the playmakers. They might have to go to the pass just a little bit more this year, and especially in this game as well.
On 1st and 10 from the 45, Harper with a running start going forward. But they wound up giving it off to Evan McGowan, and McGowan is stopped after a pickup of 1.
Located right in the middle of Knox and North Judson, Heartland Church, Starke County is always rooting and praying for both teams. Join them for service Sundays at 10 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Heartland Church is on the State Road 10, 1 mile west of Highway 35.
That is Russ Radke in his 49th season of coaching high school football. I asked him why he keeps coming back, and he says, well, a lot of guys quit coaching, and then they're not here much longer after that. He doesn't want that to happen to him. On 2nd and 9, they go to Harper on a quarterback keeper, and the big fella plows it out to the midfield stripe for a pickup of 3. Asen Harper is a very strong young man. A lot of these guys in the North Judson team really like working in the weight room, and Harper's been in there a long time. Quarterback who bench presses 355.
I think between these two programs, you're not going to find a harder working strength program in Starke County between these two.
North Judson now looking at a 3rd and 5 with 8:52 to go here in the first quarter. We're aware that our clock isn't working on the TireRack.com scoreboard, so I'll try to keep you up to date as to where we stand in terms of the time. On 3rd and 5, Harper keeps it himself, pitches out, and look out, that was dangerous. Maddox Kinder read the mail on that one and came up and made the hit. He sacks Aiden McGowan for a 5-yard loss, and the Blue Jays will have to punt it away.
Here's your Heartland Church Starke County replay. Just a great job of being disciplined, knowing what you're supposed to do on that pitch play and knowing your assignment. He did a great job, didn't bite in on the quarterback, kept his position. Just great job covering that.
Kinder, a 2-year starter for this Knox defense, came up big in their game against Bremen last year when he had 8 tackles. The punt is away by Xander Nowak. He wisely punts it away from Knox Redskins, and it'll go all the way down to the 1-yard line. What a punt by Nowak. A 54-yard punt with no return. And the kick is sponsored by Wapple Grain and Herb.
Speaking of Wapple Grain and Herb from San Pierre, they've been helping feed and flavor the world for more than 80 years. We're proud to be Blue Jays Wapple Grain and Herb.
So now Knox, which had terrific field position for its first possession and had that converted by Miles McLaughlin on their only play from scrimmage, takes over in the shadow of its own goalpost back at the 2-yard line. And we'll meet that Knox starting offense here in a minute. They've got some personnel late getting on the field. You wonder if Russ Radke might have to use a timeout here. The handoff going up the middle to the fullback. And I think that might have been Kane Weber that time as he rambles out for 7 yards on the first down carry.
Well, they ran 2 successfully same plays for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. They figured they needed to mix in a little bit different play, give Miles a little bit of break. I don't think Coach Radke wanted him to run 98 yards after just playing defense.
Although he wouldn't have minded.
Yeah.
It's like the old Woody Hayes quote. When Lou Holtz was an assistant at Ohio State, he asked him why O.J. Simpson ran 65 yards, and Holtz said that's the farthest he had to go. Miles McLaughlin, gets smashed pretty hard on the carry, but he picks up a first down. It's sponsored by Hometown Power Wash as McLaughlin works his way up to the 17-yard line for a pickup of 8.
Your Hometown Power Wash is your premier exterior cleaning company from local schools, hospitals, apartment buildings, and houses. Hometown Power Wash can take care of your dirtiest needs. To get your project started, go to hometownpowerwash.com and go Redskins.
After this first down play, we'll meet the North Judson starting defense. Keegan Everidge in the backfield now behind Miles McLaughlin. And it's Everidge on the carry, and he got nowhere to go because the heart of that North Judson defensive line was right there waiting for him. Christian Hiddle with the stop. Let's meet the North Judson defense. Hiddle playing between Ethan Hack and Caden Johnson tonight. Young inside linebackers with McGowan and McDaniel. Harper, a talented outside linebacker. In the secondary, the experience comes from Aiden Christensen. He's the lone returning starter of that group. It was a pickup of 1 for Everidge as we hit the 6-minute mark here left in the first quarter. McLaughlin rides with his running back and takes it up to the 22-yard line. He eventually handed it off to Kane Weber. And Weber, who ranks 9th in his class here at Knox High School, sets up the Redskins with a 3rd and 5.
It was a great job by Harper, just the sophomore quarterback for North Judson, also playing outside linebacker, had to come in and make the play there. And that's tough when they do that handoff and they carry it for so long. It's who do you go after, the running back or the quarterback in that situation?
Cole Jordan checks in the game. He wears number 12. The snap comes to McLaughlin. He darts his way for a first down and more, and he's finally dragged down at the 34-yard line. And it'll be a first down for Knox after a pickup of 12.
Thank you, Tire Rack. They're the scoreboard sponsor for the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. When it's time for new tires, go to TireRack.com. Their easy-to-use shopping tools will guide you to the right tires. Shipped fast and free and backed by free roadside hazard protection. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Miles McLaughlin, 84 yards on 3 carries already tonight. They'll hand it off, and some good hitting going on down on the field there, as it was Evan McGowan who came up and made the stop on Camden Garner. And you'll get another look from the Heartland Church of Starke County.
No gain, second down and 10.
Great stop, big stop on first down from North Judson. It's one of those moments where they got to get that first down stop to make it second and long, and here's a big second down as well. Try to get Knox out of their rhythm of running the game, make them get into that passing game.
You look at big Christian Hiddle down there, one of the defensive tackles for the North Judson Blue Jays. McLaughlin going up the middle, again trying to elude tacklers. And he finally is brought down at the 40-yard line after a pickup of 6. Miles McLaughlin, a 3-sport athlete. He is pretty strong, too. When you take a look at his weight work, he can bench 290, he could squat 500. But to me, Bo, he's an interesting combination of that kind of power and the speed where he runs 4.49 in the 40.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that interesting combination of he's very elusive out there. He can run you over if he wants to, but he's able to kind of maneuver, read his blocks. I really like the way he reads his blocks. Coming off, and he lets his lineman block for him. He follows them well and then cuts off them. He doesn't try to get ahead of them too often.
Big 3rd and 5 here with 3:26 to go, first quarter. And again, it's McLaughlin, and he's got the first down, sponsored by Hometown Power Wash, as he takes it to the 45. He needed 5 and picked up 6.
Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO-certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Ferret's Custom Roll Forming, we value form. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
Again, our first quarter being brought to us by our friends at The Point. The only disappointing thing about my visit to Starke County this week is I came down on Monday, and The Point is closed on Monday.
Wow. I was expecting some ice cream, hand-dipped, soft serve brought back to me.
Well, it wasn't coming to you. I can guarantee you that. 1st and 10 from the Knox 45. This drive started back at the Redskin 2. The handoff to Camden Garner, and Garner wheels his way up to the 49-yard line. Garner is a young man whose dad is the director of the Starke County EMS system, and he wants to be a first responder. He takes a fire rescue CTE class here at Knox.
Just very interesting to find out in depth about some of these student athletes of, what are their interests, where are they going, what do they really find intriguing in life. And, you find great stories when you come down here in Starke County and around our area as well.
Well, especially here in Starke County, because the programs that some of the North Judson students take are actually located here at Knox High School. McLaughlin keeps it himself after riding that handoff as long as he could. He actually ran into his own man, Easton Minix, and is dropped 2 yards short of the first down. For instance, when you take a look at North Judson, they've got a young man by the name of Evan Curley. He's a senior, a 3-sport athlete, but he takes a criminal justice class that is only offered here at Knox High School. So 3 hours a day, he's right here in the heart of Redskin country.
Yep. I'm sure he wears his Blue Jays shirt all around as well.
3rd and 1 with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. McLaughlin under center, hands it off. They've got the first down and a lot more. Kane Weber is off to the races, and they will not get him. Touchdown, Knox.
Kane Weber, our student athlete, just a great job of reading the blocks as well, and straight ahead for Weber. You can see right here in the Heartland Church, Starke County replay, right up the middle for Weber.
The touchdown sponsored by the city of Knox. And North Judson went for 2 earlier. No reason to think it won't be the same thing here.
Bailey's Discount Center is America's bargain capital with 5 acres under one roof. You can find a variety of items, all at a huge savings. Check them out on Facebook and come shop at 5900 South Range Road in North Judson. Bailey's Discount Center.
And because it was more than a 10-yard run, that's also a first down, brought to you by Hometown Power Wash. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Garner in the backfield along with Miles McLaughlin. And it's Garner taking the handoff, and he will not make it to the goal line. So North Judson comes up with the stop there, but they did not have an answer for Kane Weber, who exploded 46 yards for the touchdown. Knox leads at 14-0 with 1:22 to go in the first on Sports Michiana.
14-0.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. Chuck Freeby, Bo Hundt, Angelo DiCarlo back with you at Community Field. In fact, let's go downstairs to Angelo DiCarlo for a Patrick sideline report. And Angelo, I'm curious what the reaction has been like on that Knox sideline. I know they had big expectations coming into the season, but did they expect it to be this successful this early?
Well, I look back at the first touchdown by Miles McLaughlin, how fired up he was when he scored that touchdown. He was jumping up like they had just won the state championship. That's how much this game means to him. And then the second touchdown, those stands up there were unbelievable, going crazy when Kane Weber crossed for the touchdown as well. So no question, the sideline, this community is thirsty for a victory over North Judson, and you can feel the passion and the excitement for this game to be ahead, and for your team to be winning in the first game of the season is always very important.
Ashton Walker will take a turn at the kickoff here for Knox, and that kickoff is a short one, and it finally is covered up by North Judson at the 28-yard line. So I think Walker did exactly what he was asked to do right there.
Some of those times, those kicks like that are the most dangerous because you don't have people set up for that in your return positions. And a lot of times those are the ones that are hard to cover because somebody's like, oh, I'm going to let the deep man get it. And as the up man, you should just come over and grab that.
Quick look around the area brought to you by McInnes Realty. Concord leads Elkhart at halftime, 21-14. Columbia City on top of Northwood, 14-8. Fairfield pounding Goshen, 24-0. They're in the second in Benton. 1:21 to go here in the first. North Judson trying to come back, trailing 14-0. And Asen Harper takes the carry but can only pick up about a yard against this veteran Knox defense. We've talked about it all night, but it bears repeating. 9 seniors on the field for Russ Radke's squad.
Yeah, and they're really getting after it and really hampering this run offense for the Blue Jays, really shutting it down, trying to make Harper do something with his arm.
One of the things Russ worked a lot on this week, too, were different defenses for down and distance situations. He understands they're going against a fresh face at quarterback here for North Judson, so do the best they can to try to confuse him with different looks depending on the down and distance. Right now, 2nd and 9 with 40 seconds left here of the first. And Asen Harper wants to throw. Under pressure, he dumps it out to the side, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Grayson McDaniel, but just led him a little too far.
At halftime, we'll chat with our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher, Health Markets to connect.
3rd and 9 now, and the clock stops with 33.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Harper coming back on the field after getting the play from Brett Lambert. Lambert, not only the head coach, but he calls the plays here for North Judson. He'll line up in the shotgun, and a timeout is going to be called. Timeout is called by Knox, and we'll take it as well. 33.7 left in the first.
Thanks.
You dream it, we design it. You need it. We've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on. Let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by McInnes Realty. Realty with a purpose. By the way, that Knox timeout was sponsored by our friends at Caring Transitions of Elkhart. We mentioned McInnes Realty. Some real estate to cover here for North Judson on third down. They're looking at a 3rd and 9. Asen Harper wants to throw. Keegan Everidge makes the first contact, and Harper is on the loose, but tripped up from behind, and we've got a flag behind the play, too. Great effort by Kane Weber to make the tackle. We'll see what the flag is about. This might be a block in the back.
Yeah, looks like a holding call. Yeah, it was back in the area where you're going to get a block in the back or a holding call back there. Here you can see the Heartland Church Starke County replay.
When everybody starts chasing, that's where it was.
Yeah, right when they turn, and that's when they're going to call it right there. Michiana-based Surf Internet delivers fiber internet that powers work, school, play, and everything in between. Get the speed and reliability you can count on when pricing that fits your budget. Fiber fast internet with plans starting at just $30 a month. Visit surfinternet.com to learn more.
So now North Judson, after a 10-yard penalty, looking at a 3rd and 19. About a 2-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Harper wants to throw from the shotgun. Loading up, going deep down the field, and it's caught. Xander Nowak, what a catch. Down at the 40-yard line. A first down sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center, but we have a flag on the play.
They're calling it on Knox. That's coming back.
Well, if it's on Knox.
Or North Judson, I mean. They're calling it. Pointing towards North Judson, sorry.
An ineligible man downfield for the Blue Jays, and boy, that takes away a huge play for North Judson.
I'm not sure what was better, the throw or the catch, and too bad it didn't count, but here you can see it on the Heartland Church Starke County replay. Just a great job of getting on that outside shoulder, goes up, brings it in exactly where you want to throw it, and great job of bringing that in.
That was a beautifully thrown ball by Harper. It would have been a 40-yard gain, but instead a costly penalty. It's only 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, but that penalty is much more than that for North Judson. Their second penalty of the night. They come on back-to-back plays.
A big shout-out at 1056 in Knox, their proud supporter of Starke County Athletics. Bring the family to 1056 to enjoy a great meal and time together. Have a need for catering? 1056 caters all kind of events, including tonight's game. Contact them today. And a big thank you for feeding our crew tonight from 1056.
Fed the crew and a lot of people out here at Community Field tonight, too, because they had a big tailgate party beforehand. And the burger was, as always, when we get it from 1056, top-notch.
I go with the ham and cheese every single time.
Well, you should try a little variety in your life. First quarter has come to an end here at Community Field in Knox, and it was completely owned by the Knox Redskins. Long touchdown runs by Miles McLaughlin and Kane Weber have the Redskins up 14-0 after 1 on Sports Michiana.
Still wrestling with wire spools? Tap out. Babsco's got this. Meet the Spool Pro. Wire spooling made simple. It handles large reels with ease. Built for durability and convenience because your time matters. Save time and reduce waste with precision. Customizable settings for any job, big or small. Don't wait for innovation. It's already here. Built smarter and stronger with you in mind. Call Babsco to get yours today.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time.
I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Chuck Freeby, Bo Hundt. Let's go down to the sidelines. Angelo Carlo has a Patrick sideline report.
Yeah, Chuck, I think one of the things that North Judson had an advantage in coming into the year, into this game, was their experience on the lines, on the offensive and defensive lines. But their Ball State-bound offensive lineman and defensive lineman C.J. Sanchez out tonight with an injury. So because of that, it takes away a lot of the impact they had. And then, of course, they had to replace so much in the skill positions, and you feel like North Judson is adjusting every second and every play so far, whereas Knox has been just moving on all cylinders like they have picked up from a year ago.
Well, and there's a play where they might have missed C.J. Sanchez because they give up quarterback sack. Keegan Everidge comes in from the linebacker position to make the hit on Asen Harper. And now Xander Nowak, who had a terrific punt earlier tonight that was down at the 2-yard line, will kick this one not far from his own goal line. It's a line drive kick. It takes a roll, and it winds up in the hands of a Knox player, but not because he meant to have it happen. Oh, my. That was some quick reaction from Maddox Kinder there to pounce on that loose ball, and Knox will wind up with it at the midfield stripe.
Second quarter tonight's brought to you by St. Joe County Police Department. Reach out. They're always hiring. St. Joe County Police Department.
So the Redskins, who have done nothing but run the football tonight, and they've done it well, 161 rushing yards in the first quarter. Other than that, it went poorly.
They picked up some yards, for sure.
And they'll start this drive at their own 49-yard line, again with Miles McLaughlin at quarterback. 6 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown so far tonight for McLaughlin. He'll keep it himself off the right side, carry some tacklers with him, and take it all the way to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 8 for McLaughlin.
If you're looking for a home or investment property, contact Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate in Knox. Speed runs in the family, and she beats other realtors to the best deals. Contact Suzanne McLaughlin at 574-806-4173, and go Miles and go Knox.
I see what she did there.
Yeah.
2nd and 3 after the pickup of 7. And they direct snap it, but not to McLaughlin. This will go to, I believe, Kane Weber or Ashton Walker.
Looked like it was Walker that picked that up.
Yeah, it was Ashton Walker that time, his first carry of the night. And the junior from the basketball team gets a first down, sponsored by Hometown Power Wash, up to the 39-yard line.
Well, I think Ange hit the button exactly right when he talked about Sanchez being out and how North Judson's trying to make adjustments on the fly. You can see that if you look out there and when you talk about passing the eye test, Knox passes that eye test. They look confident, they look comfortable in the offense, whereas North Judson's looking to make adjustments all the time.
And it's another first down, sponsored by Hometown Power Wash, as Miles McLaughlin takes it for a 10-yard scamper that time. McLaughlin now with 116 yards on the night.
Mayor Dennis Eastock and the city of Knox wish the Redskins good luck against North Judson tonight and the very best all season long. Go Knox from the city of Knox.
Redskins have the ball on the 29-yard.
McLaughlin now with 7,109 yards. He needs 11 yards more to get to 4 miles for his career.
Imagine having 4 miles out there.
Oh, I'm sure Russ would love that. It's Walker this time, and he got smacked hard. as McGowan comes up and makes the stop. Evan McGowan, one of the twin sons of the defensive coordinator, Danny McGowan, coming up and making the stop from his inside linebacker spot. They are very high on the sophomores here at North Judson.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things, we can go back to Miles and talk about the yardage and stuff like that, and you're like, well, you know, they have this running offense and they just run all the time, blah, blah, blah. He's averaging over 9 yards a carry for basically his whole career. Last year it was almost 10 yards a carry. So it's not like he's, you know, picking up 3-4 yards just every single time. He's picking up chunks every single time he touches that ball.
8:55 to go here in the first half. Knox with a 14-0 lead and trying to build on it here. McLaughlin off the left side. Gets held by the shoulder pads, still on his feet, and carries tacklers up to the 31-yard line. That's the kind of power we were talking about. He gave Caden Johnson a free pony ride, and that's a 235-pounder.
Tonight's North Judson scoring is brought to you by the town of North Judson. They're working hard to build a better, more vibrant community for generations ahead. The town of North Judson wishes the Blue Jays well this season.
And now Knox looking at a 3rd and 1, which is golden for the Redskins. Certainly 4-down territory here. They'll put Weber and Everidge on wings off to the right side. They pull them in front of McLaughlin, and he easily gets the first down, sponsored by Hometown Power Wash. A pick up of 3 on the play. McLaughlin, as we mentioned last year, was 12th in the country in rushing. He was 2nd in the state in scoring, and the interesting thing is the young man that he finished behind in the scoring race was Cole Wilcox from North Judson.
They had a lot of scoring. They went a little bit further in the playoffs than what Knox did, so it allowed him to pick up some more touchdowns.
Scoring averages were very similar, and let's put it this way. Their scoring averages in football better than their basketball ones, as Ashton Walker takes it on in from 18 yards out, and the Redskins are on the board again with a touchdown sponsored by the City of Knox.
Williams Family Chiropractor Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
So Ashton Walker with an 18-yard touchdown run. And it looks like Knox will go for 2 once again. That's what they've done all night.
Gage Craig, Peyton McNeil.
A jumbo set to the left of Miles McLaughlin. He'll bring Walker in motion. McLaughlin goes right up the middle and darts into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 7:31 to go in the first half, and the Knox Redskins look like they may be underrated as the 10th-ranked team in 3A. They lead this one 22-0 on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time.
I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle.
And let everybody know about the 13-7 Foundation. It honors former Jimtown football player Deacon Dylan Beck, who died tragically in 2024 at the age of 19. Deacon loved the vocational trades, and the 13-7 Foundation awards scholarships for those looking to enter the trades. Search 13-7 Foundation on Facebook for more information or how you can support the 13-7 Foundation.
Good coverage there on special teams as Camden Garner is able to come up and make the stop on Aiden McGowan. And so North Judson with some catching up to do. They're down 22-0. They have struggled to move the football. They have just one first down here in the first half. And we'll see what Ace and Harper and the Blue Jays can do here against this strong Knox defense.
Reminder, the second quarter is brought to you by St. Joe County Police Department. Reach out. They're always hiring.
Harper with a long count. Puts a man in motion, gives it off to his fullback, and a nice run for Evan McGowan as he picks up 9 yards on the play going right up the middle.
Evan McGowan with the carry up the middle.
Big thing with North Judson is they really have to have a lot of other people step up. They just can't be Harper at quarterback. They have to have running backs, the fullback. Everybody needs to step up in order for them to successfully or have a successful season this year. And, yes, they've run into a juggernaut tonight in Knox, but you know, they're getting better as the game goes on.
And they have some big shoes to fill. Let's face it, this was a North Judson offense that scored 51 points a game last season. Looking at a 2nd and 2 here, and there's illegal motion that will not help the cause of the Blue Jays.
They had one guy start, another guy thought he was going to go. You can do that as long as you both get set. But the one guy continued in motion. Hey, you ready to serve Elkhart and surrounding areas? Caring Transitions specialize in senior relocations, downsizing, and decluttering, estate sales, and home cleanouts. Learn more at Caring Transitions of ElkhartIN.com.
Boy, a lot of families could use a service like that, so we appreciate Caring Transitions jumping on board our team tonight. 2nd and 7. Halftime over in Plymouth. Tippy Valley and Plymouth are tied at 3. Valley in the same conference as Knox, that Indiana Northern State Conference. Here's a pitch out to the outside, and McGowan trying to get back some of those yards that they lost on the penalty. He'll get it up to the 41, spotted at the 40-yard line, and North Judson is looking at a 3rd and 4 right here with 6:21 left to go here in the first half.
Main Street Floral and Gifts in North Judson has been serving Starke County for 22 years. Jenny takes pride in her work and is proud to be a part of this community. With a huge selection of gifts and a UPS drop-off, check out Main Street Floral and Gifts for all your floral needs.
We have seen that North Judson has not been afraid to put the ball in the air tonight, and Harper has shown a pretty good arm. Russ Radke perhaps concerned about that as well. And we have what looks to be an official's timeout here as Brian Korcha is hobbling off the field with an injury, and he'll be replaced on the field by Keyston Dixon. So the official apparently spotted something wrong and acted appropriately. On 3rd and 4, Harper pitches it out, and the play turned inside and defended beautifully by Knox. Boy, some outstanding defense by the Redskins in this one. Easton Minix was able to come up and get the spot right there, and it'll set up 4th down and decision time here for Brett Lambert, and it looks like he may go for it on 4th and 5 with 5:27 to go first half.
Looks like they're going to line up for it anyways, but we've seen the pooch kick that they call it here as of lately with a lot of teams using that, and they'll get set up and drop back and then punch it down there because I'm sure they do not want Miles back there returning any big punts either.
Pair of former North Judson Blue Jays coaching against each other with Brett Lambert and Russ Radke here on 4th and 5. It'll be the pitch out to Aiden Christensen, and he's got the first down and more. First down sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center as Aiden McGowan, takes it up the field to the 48-yard line, mark it at the 47, and that'll be a nice pickup for the Blue Jays. So he was able to get 18 on the play.
You can see right there, great kick-out block that set all that up. If they don't get that kick-out block on the outside, he does not pick up that first down. Gutsy call at midfield here in the second quarter, down 22-0.
First time North Judson has been in Knox territory tonight. Here's the handoff, and Evan McGowan still battling, churning the legs forward and picking up about 2 on the play. He's got 6 carries for 13 yards.
Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive. We're here for all your automotive needs.
4:28 to go here in the first half. North Judson with a full complement of 3 timeouts remaining. Knox still has 2 of theirs. Looking at a 2nd and 8. Harper lines up under center. And he'll hand it off to the second man through. That's Grayson McDaniel. And McDaniel, the leading returning ball carrier on this team, is able to get 3.
Hey, you want to help your team look great? It's Tops can help. They are the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. They can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
McDaniel, if that name sounds familiar, yes, he is related to last year's quarterback, Josiah. He is a cousin. Serves on the student council at North Judson High School. Had a fumble recovery for a touchdown in the state championship game last year. 3rd and 5. Again, it's McDaniel trying to go off the left side and lunges forward. Did he get the first down? It looks like he might be just short.
Again, bringing up 4th down here for North Judson, and assuming in this situation, 4th and about half a yard, they're going to probably go for it.
Now the question is, do you go for the quarterback sneak behind Big Christian Hiddle, your 280-pound center, or do you try something else?
I'm sure they would love to have C.J. Sanchez in there at this point and go right behind him.
Because there is some beef on the other side of the line with Dixon and Burns. It is Harper for the first down. It is sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center, a 3-yard pickup for Ace and Harper. And North Judson moves the chains. They give that defense a little bit of rest, and they keep some hope alive.
It was very important for them to have a drive like this. Regardless if they score or not, it's very important for them to continue this drive, maybe pick up another first down. But that just shows that they get the confidence. They go in the locker room, and I'm sure Coach Lambert's going to talk about this drive in particular when they go in the locker room and how successful they were.
But if they can score, they get the ball on the kickoff to begin the second half. They could get back in this game in a hurry. Down 22-0 here, 2:23 to go first half. Harper, and flags thrown and whistles blown as we've got a false start, the 4th penalty of the night on the Jays.
The Knox Athletic Boosters are proud to support our exceptional student athletes. Your commitment, passion, and sportsmanship inspire us all. We believe in your ability to excel both in sports and beyond. Go Big Red.
So North Judson now looks at a 1st and 15 instead. Also coming up at halftime, don't forget we'll have our Ferret Custom Roll halftime report featuring our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week. We'll have halftime highlights brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, and we'll take you around the area with scores from McInnes Realty. Harper pitches out to the outside, and a nice open field tackle for Knox. Brings down Javen Christensen, the ball carrier, and a late flag comes in.
I think it might have been a little taunting after the play, but I think it was just a little bit more celebration than anything. Here you can see in the Heartland Church Starke County replay. Big hit.
Keegan Everidge had the big hit. But, yeah, he was kind of staring him down and doing a lot of...
They wouldn't stand over the top of him or anything. We'll see what they decide here, and as they're deciding, I'll tell you about North Judson-San Pierre Athletic Department. They'd like to wish all of its student athletes the very best as they compete during the 2025-2026 school year. Good luck to all, and go Blue Jays.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is the penalty, the first one of the night against Knox. It results in a Bailey's Discount Center first down. And one of the things Russ Radke was very proud about when he talked about this rivalry this week, he said as intense as it is, there isn't a bunch of fighting. There isn't a lot of these kind of penalties, so he's not going to be happy about that one. 1st and 10 from the Knox 20. Harper looking to throw. Hit in the backfield, and down he goes.
Another flag thrown, and sure, that probably another holding call. Yep.
Another flag on the field.
It was Hunter Anderson that came in to finish it off as you get another look from Heartland Church of Starke County. Anderson made the first contact, and then it was Tucker Burns who finished it off.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreational experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the field.
So it looks like Knox will take the result of the play, which is a 9-yard loss. And it'll be 2nd and 19 with 1:55 to go here in the first half. North Judson with 3 timeouts remaining. And the clock rolling, the play clock down to about 15. And Harper's going to have to hurry his team to the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, I'm just hearing like a...
Might see Brett Lambert use one of those timeouts here. We'll see. Play clock is down to 4. Harper again wants to throw. Loads it up. Headed to the end zone, and it is almost intercepted. Miles McLaughlin got hands on it, but couldn't come up with it. They were looking for Xander Nowak, the big basketball player, and he was well covered.
Miles went up, was able to not come down with it. I think if he did, he would have been out of bounds anyways. Great job of coming over, breaking it up, and right at the line there, but knocks down, makes a big 3rd and 19 here for the Blue Jays.
Isaac Singleton, the cornerback, had the main coverage on the play, and McLaughlin swept in from safety.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Utilize their unique Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Harper on play action flings it away and can't complete the pass. He was under pressure looking for his fullback, Evan McGowan, and nobody on Knox was fooled. They came on a jailbreak.
Brings up 4th down for your Redskins defense.
Victor Beauchamp came in from his defensive end spot to apply the pressure.
4th and 19 here, kind of nowhere land. I mean, it's one of those things. You punt it down to the 5 or try to get it inside the 5 in this situation, or you just go for it. But if you do, remember, Knox has 2 timeouts still with over a minute to go.
4th and 19. Let's see what Harper and the Blue Jays can come up with here. Harper stepping up, now on the run, and he can't get away from everybody. A cadre of Redskins waiting for him at the 38. A loss of 9. The 2nd sack in the last 4 downs. And Knox will take over at its own 38. And as Bo said, 2 timeouts remaining and 1:18 to go in the half.
Hey, looking to buy or sell a home? McInnes Realty is where service comes first. Family and veteran owned, they proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McInnesRealty.com.
Let's hear it.
And it looks like Knox is going to use one of those timeouts right here. 1:18 to go, first half. Back with more after this on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
1:18 to go, first half, 22-0, Knox in front. They've got the ball at their own 37-yard line. That's Miles McLaughlin, the quarterback, who's already had a big night tonight, and he's going to pick up another 6 yards here. Did he get out of bounds? I don't see. Yep, it looks like he did.
Kind of a late stoppage of the clock. I think he was trying to look if he was going forward or not, but they do say he was out of bounds. Big for him to stop the clock there.
I was watching the line judge down on this side, and he made no signal. That's what led to the confusion, but the clock stops with 1:07 to go here, first half. And Knox looking at a 2nd and 3. McLaughlin on the night, 11 carries, 133 yards, and a touchdown. And it'll be him again. And he's got the first down, sponsored by Hometown Power Wash. The clock will stop as they move the chains after a 6-yard pickup.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years, they know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed, and our knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
Right from the midfield stripe, clock at 50 seconds and counting. McLaughlin wants to throw, has a man wide open. Kane Weber behind everybody. Touchdown, Knox. His 2nd touchdown of the night. It's sponsored by the city of Knox, and it's a Hometown Power Wash first down.
I'm sure you're going to see here on the Heartland Church Starke County replay, Miles could have thrown it to 3 different receivers, and he chose the one in the middle. And big touchdown by Kane. 2nd touchdown of the night. Just a great job of Miles not overthrowing that ball. That is tough. A lot of times you have somebody that wide open, you try to lead him too much. In that situation, he's just trying to make the completion, and a great job of receiving the ball and running in for the touchdown.
28-0, and Knox will line up for another 2-point conversion with 39.7 seconds left to go in the half. McLaughlin off the right side, that's money. So a 30-0 lead for Knox with 39.7 seconds left in the half. We'll take another timeout on Sports Michiana.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is being brought to you by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. Angelo had mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that North Judson had won 3 out of the last 4, and it had raised the ire of the Knox Redskins, and fury is being displayed here tonight. It is a 30-0 Redskin lead as they kick it off, and the return for North Judson brings it back just shy of the 40-yard line with 34.4 seconds left. We'll see how Brett Lambert decides to play the rest of the first half.
Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, serving a variety of industries, including solar appliances, conveyor systems, chassis, and structural components to decorative trim. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com. We form value.
So Asen Harper and the Blue Jays getting the baptism of fire here in Knox tonight. And for the folks in North Judson who think, well, okay, this is Knox, the rest of the season will be easy, I will inform you that the Hoosier North Athletic Conference has vastly improved this year. And Pioneer and North Miami watching this one saying, maybe we got a shot this year.
Yeah, definitely. They've improved as well, and I really like the way North Judson has improved on drive after drive after drive in this game. I think they were a little shell-shocked of the Friday Night Lights at first, and they've really kind of started to compose themselves. They're going to be very sore after this game because I'm telling you, Knox is really physical out there tonight, and looks like no hurry for North Judson as they're going to run the last play before halftime.
They don't have to run another play here, but they decide to do so, and it'll result in a 2-yard gain for Evan McGowan, and that's the way the first half has come to an end here at Community Field in Knox, as the Knox Redskins, behind touchdowns by Ashton Walker and Kane Weber and a nice sack by Easton Minix, have the lead before we go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report as Angelo DeCarlo's with Russ Radke.
Coach, obviously the offense is clicking, but I want to ask you about the defensive stop in the final 2 minutes of that first half, how critical that was to make sure that North Judson did not get back in this.
Well, we forced them in and down and distance so we could play a little bit better percentages. When they were getting us on 3rd and 3s, we can't adjust as well. So it was good. You're exactly right. We were able to get in a pass defense, set a couple guys in quick on the quarterback, and it really messes them up.
How much does it help having number 2 on your team?
What's his name?
Miles something?
Miles McLaughlin. No, he's a heck of a player, and he makes everybody work as hard as he does. And we really look forward to bringing some more guys along. And, hey, there's 2 more McLaughlins coming up.
That's scary.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Coach. Back up to you guys.
Master thespian Russ Radke playing along there with Angelo on the Miles McLaughlin bit. We're at the half. We come back with our Ferret Custom Roll Forming halftime report next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
You dream it, we design it. You need it, we've got it. We crank it out so you can crank it up. We work with purpose to power your passion. It's game on, so come on, let's elevate adventure. Let's take life to the next level today. Let's become better together. This is Patrick.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh.
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliert Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliert Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliert. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets, the right policy at the right price. And it is time now for our Tony Letcher Health Markets Student Athletes of the Week. We have a pair of senior football players, Kane Weber from Knox and CJ Sanchez from North Judson. CJ plays basketball and is a member of the football team, an offensive lineman and defensive lineman. He'll play football, Division I at Ball State, where he'll major in criminal justice. How excited are you for that opportunity to play D1 football next year?
I'm very excited. I've been there a few times now, and the coaches are amazing. The players are cool. The weight room's nice. Everything about it's just awesome.
How much work has it taken to get you to this point?
It took a lot of work. I mean, working out, practicing, playbooks, like just studying everything. It's all been a lot.
Unfortunately, tonight you're not able to play, and this is a big rivalry game. How disappointed are you that you can't play in this game? Obviously, the last time you get the chance to play your arch rivals.
So on the way coming here, I was like, all right, this is fine. I mean, I'm just sitting out. It's for the better. But I got here. The environment was amazing. And in the locker room, everybody was hyped. It was loud. It was just cool.
Yeah, it's tough. But overall, obviously, a very exciting year you guys are hoping to have after going to the state finals a year ago. What does being a North Judson Blue Jay mean to you, CJ?
I think it means that you're very proud of yourself and the team, along with the school. I mean, it's the dedication, the work you put in, and everything about being a Blue Jay.
CJ, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kane Weber is a senior at Knox. He's a linebacker on the football team. He also plays basketball and baseball. He is ranked 9th in the senior class at Knox. How do you balance everything between academics and athletics?
You just got to have good time management. You know, you have time for sports, but you also have time for your school.
Which sport do you like the most?
Football or baseball.
Football or baseball, but you can't pick between the two?
No.
All right, you're also involved in student council, student athlete committee. You won the American Citizenship Award. How do those activities outside of athletics help shape who you are today?
I just feel like it made me be a better person, you know, more respectful and helping around the community more with people who need it.
What does being a Knox Redskin mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. I think we have a great community and everyone's hopeful for one another and we're always showing up for each other.
And obviously you guys have won 3 straight sectional championships. How much are you looking forward to this senior year and what this team can achieve this year?
A lot. We want to go to state. We want to win that, you know.
Kane, thank you very much. Congratulations. CJ, congratulations again. CJ Sanchez, Kane Weber, our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have your halftime highlights on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week between Knox and North Judson right after this.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. So too the scoring for the Knox Redskins. We welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby alongside the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt. 30-0 Knox here at the intermission. Redskins have been impressive.
They sure have, and we knew coming in that they were going to be a very good team, talented. Didn't know how talented and how much drive they would have, but it's not just Miles. It's their whole offensive line. It's their defense is really stepping up as well. This is going to be a team that's going to do some damage in 3A.
So this is the Farragut Custom Roll Forming halftime report. But right now we're going to take a look at our Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights of this one, as Knox started off on the very first play of the game with Miles McLaughlin scampering 64 yards for the touchdown. It was 8-0 Redskins as they cashed in the 2-point conversion. Later in the first quarter, Keen Weber, 46 yards for the score. This time the 2-pointer failed, and it was 14-0. They weren't done yet. Ashton Walker in the second quarter cruises in from 18 yards out, 20-0 Knox. Just when North Judson looked like they might get back in the game, Easton Minix comes up with the big sack, and Knox goes straight to work. McLaughlin airmails this one to Keen Weber, his second touchdown of the night, 30-0 Redskins. And I mean, we could look at first half stats, but there really isn't any need to. Here's what you need to know. Knox is running the ball at will, and North Judson can't move it.
Yeah, I think at North Judson, that last long drive they had right before half, before the kind of the short one, they moved the ball. They were able to get some distance. They had a stupid penalty that kind of brought them back and put them in long distance situation, 3rd and 19, really hampered that drive. But I think they showed that they can move the ball, and they showed some confidence. So can they come out in the second half and do the same thing? But bigger yet, can they do that after this game and throughout the rest of the season as well?
Now, there's a lot of festivities here between Knox and North Judson. And, of course, North Judson and Knox only separated by 20 minutes. There's a lot of people on both sides of this rivalry. Sometimes they meet in the middle. Angelo DiCarlo is down on the sidelines with a little bit of that story.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Joined now by Lily Frazier, former North Judson standout, and Felicity Olenizak. Did I get it? All right, that's the end of the interview because that was going to be hard enough to get. Of course, she played basketball at Knox. And how about this? Lily is now a 6th grade teacher at Knox. She's crossed the other side, and they're actually 6th grade teachers together, former competitors. Lily, we'll start with you. How's a North Judson girl coming over here to Knox?
So after coming out of college, just my main goal was just to find a place where I could come in that was super welcoming and a place where I could just have an impact on kiddos. So, yeah, when that was open, I jumped at it. So
you scored 2,200 points at North Judson. You were a 2-time first-team All-American at Indiana Wesleyan. What did playing high school and college basketball mean to you?
It meant the world to me. I've always had a special, basketball has always had a special place just in my heart, and all the people that I've met, through it. I wouldn't be who I am today because of it, and I think it's also taught me, so much going into my profession, starting a family. It's meant the world to me, so.
Felicity, she's gotten a lot of the headlines over the years, obviously. You had a very nice high school career, averaging about 10 points per game, and you guys held your own against those North Judson teams as well. You were 2-2 your junior and senior year. What was that like, that rivalry, as you were graduating from high school?
Honestly, yes, we had that fight between us, but in the end, we knew we were both just student athletes. That's all we were working towards, so I feel like that's just how we work.
What's it like now being right down the hall, a couple doors down from Lily, who is obviously one of your big competitors for a long time?
At first, I was like, I'm going to be the same team as her, but I absolutely love it. I love teaching with her. Our team is amazing, and yeah.
Lily, you've had a busy off season in terms of not only getting a new job, but you also got married. What has this been like to transition into adulthood? Because you're full-blown now into adulthood.
Right. After finishing college, I feel like, everything was just right after another, got married 1 month later, accepted a job right before that, and then had the summer to prepare to come in here to teach at Knox. And I graduated elementary education, so also 6th grade middle school was a huge thing for both of us. We're both learning together because it's not something that we were really taught. And so honestly, it's been this whirlwind of emotions, but it's been the best few months of my life. So yeah.
Congratulations on getting married. Thanks for joining us. Felicity, thank you for joining us. Lily Frazier, Felicity. I shouldn't have tried it the second time, Chuck. I had it the first time. Back upstairs to you.
Quit while you're ahead. That's often the best philosophy. Thank you very much, Ange, with that Patrick Sideline report. We welcome you back inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. And it is time to take you around the area with our Friday night scoreboard, brought to us by our friends at McInnes Realty, one of our new sponsors here on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. Churubusco leading Bremen at the half, 36-0. So a little bit of a wake-up call.
Young Bremen team.
Columbia City, the last report we had a 14-8 lead on Northwood, but that was a while ago, back in the second quarter. At Rice Field and Elkhart, Concord has a 35-20 lead on the Lions. South Bend Adams with a 16-7 lead on Culver Academy in the third quarter. Frankie Karszewski might have something going there. Fairfield leading Goshen 30-16 in the fourth quarter of that rivalry. Michigan City with a 10-0 lead on Hanover Central at the half. Wawasee leads Jimtown 10-7 in the fourth. St. Joe pounding Lakeland 29-6 in the fourth. Last score we had was halftime. Mishawaka leading Marion 14-0. At the half, LaPorte leads New Prairie 14-7. Fort Wayne North leads Northridge 21-0 at the half. Rochester has beaten Southwood tonight 42-0. At the half, South Bend Washington went winless last year, but they lead Hammond Central 9-0. Tippecanoe Valley with a 20-3 lead on Plymouth in the fourth. West Central on top of Winnemac 24-8 in the fourth. And that is our McInnes Realty Around the Area Friday Night Football scoreboard. We are back with second half play-by-play from Community Field in Knox, where the Redskins lead at 30-0 on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Terrific. Well, this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to us by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services in one great place. That's Tom's Car Care Center. Back at Community Field, halftime just about wrapped up here. A 30-0 lead for the Knox Redskins. Let's go back downstairs to Angelo Carlo with a Patrick Sideline report. It is loud in this facility tonight, and I have to be honest with you, I didn't hear whether you got a chance to talk with Brett Lambert or not.
I did. As he was walking back out to the field, I asked him, what did you tell the guys in the locker room? He laughed because I think he had to calculate his thoughts on what he was allowed to say to me. But he said he told them that they were playing timid. He feels some of the younger guys are hitting that wall of being under the Friday night lights for the first time, and that really hit them hard in this big rivalry game. I think in the long run, that will prove to be a benefit for North Judson. We talk about how young the team is so far this year. To play a game of this magnitude right out of the gate, that's going to help this team because we know how talented this group is. They have aspirations of going back down to the 1A state championship game. So to be able to have a game like this to kind of open up the eyes of those younger players to know what it will take now in weeks 2, 4, 9, 10, 14 to win, I think that's very critical for them. And this game, while it's not been pretty for them so far, it's going to probably benefit them in the long run in that regard.
Couple of things to update our fans on who follow us on Sports Michiana. Reminder that Monday night we'll debut our Notre Dame football coverage as we will bring you the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union Irish Football Fix. That's on Pulse FM. It airs at 7 p.m. Of course, we'll talk about C.J. Carr being decided as the Irish quarterback. We'll preview the game with the Hurricanes, and we'll have a Focus on Faith interview with Christian Gray. And then next Friday night, we join you with the backyard brawl from Freed Field as we see Mishawaka, ranked number 3 in Class 4A, take on Penn. And by the way, Penn, 14-6 lead on Valpo right now in the third. Pete Reardon's got a really good defense coming back.
And Penn's looking for a little revenge from last year. Mishawaka kind of took it to him in the backyard brawl last year. So I know Penn's looking forward to that. And Mishawaka probably coming in, going to be a heavy favorite as of right now. But, they're Marion's only 14-0 at this point. So Marion's giving them a run right now this week as well.
So that is next Friday night. We'll be on the air with the pregame at 6:45, and hope you'll join us not only on the Sports Michiana Facebook and YouTube pages, but the WSBT Facebook and YouTube pages, and, of course, the IHSA Champions Network. North Judson receives the kickoff here to begin the second half, and it looks like it'll be Miles McLaughlin doing the kicking this time. High spinning kick into the August night will be taken back at the 18-yard line and return to the 29 before Maddox Kinder is there to make the stop for Knox.
We get ready to start the third quarter. It's sponsored by Surf Internet. Michiana-based Surf Internet delivers fiber internet that powers work, school, play, and everything in between. Get the speed and reliability you can count on and the pricing that fits your budget. Fiber fast internet with plans starting at just $30 a month. Visit surfinternet.com to learn more.
Asen Harper had his struggles in the first half, just 1 of 4 passing the football, and then the Knox defense made it tough for him to run the ball. He had negative yardage on 7 carries because of the quarterback sacks. And again, North Judson finds it tough to run the football right here.
Yeah, it looked like Harper was trying to pull that handoff out. It's one of those read option plays where they fake the dive or put the ball in, and he can either read it, give it to him, or take it. And he looked like Harper wanted to pull it out, but the running back clamped down on a little bit too hard there.
North Judson only had 30 yards total offense in the first half. Javen Christensen checks into the game. He is the backup quarterback, but he will not be lining up at quarterback here. They ran him as a wing earlier in the game, and they put him in motion there, but the handoff fumbled, and who's got it? Knox. The Redskins come away with the football. It looks like it's Keegan Everidge who comes up with a fumble recovery, and Knox in business at the North Judson 32.
Here you can see on the Heartland Church Starke County replay, looked like the ball hit it. Yeah, just never got his elbow up. Ball hit him in the forearm there. Ball got away. Almost kicked it forward there to the Knox defender.
So Everidge, a 2-year starter and a member of the baseball team, helps set up the Redskins here. It looks like Ashton Walker will line up at quarterback here with Miles McLaughlin to his left. And they give it to McLaughlin, running off the right side, running over people all the way down to the 20, a first down, sponsored by Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate.
A big thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher, Health Markets, or visit tletcher.com.
171 yards rushing for Miles McLaughlin so far tonight. And again, they'll line up with Walker playing quarterback. McLaughlin to his left. Walker kept it, but the whistles blow and the flags are thrown, and that's usually the sign of a false start.
A big shout out to The Point in North Judson. They're cheering on both teams tonight. Home to the best rated burger in Starke County. They also have great sandwiches, delicious soft serve, hand dipped ice cream, and more. Visit The Point Drive-In at 45 Main Street in North Judson.
By the way, our officials for tonight's game: Augie Frieda working with Ray Otis, Rod Morgan, Jeb McNally, and Tim Gruger. always looking for more officials, contact Jimmy Arnett at the St. Joe Valley Officials Association. He'll get you set up.
I'm sure they could go for some soft serve hand dip ice cream from the point as well right now.
1st and 15, it's McLaughlin up the middle. A flag is thrown as McLaughlin bangs off a tackler and picks up 3, but we'll see what the violation is here.
A couple early flags here in the second half. Didn't start out that way in the first half, but they're continuing right where they kind of left off at the end of the first half. A lot of penalties there.
But don't you think Knox comes out of the locker room 30-0, and perhaps you start to get a little sloppy? Your technique might not be as strong as it was.
No, when you come out of the locker room, you I think one of the biggest things that coaches instill in you, it's 0-0. You come back out of the locker room, it's 0-0. We come out, let's have a great drive right here. And so there's some focus there. I think switching Miles to the running back versus the quarterback kind of changed stuff up here to start
Cadence
this.
is different.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Miles is back at quarterback, and he's going to take it right up the middle. He's going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miles McLaughlin. And there will be a running clock in the rest of this one.
That scoring sponsored by the city of Knox on that touchdown by Miles.
35 yards, 206 for the night. He is as advertised.
Well, again, just like his first touchdown, not a hand on him. Not one hand touched him on that drive, right up the middle. His first touchdown was the power off the right side. And, you know, when you got holes open up like that with this offensive line, they're going to do some damage because he is an explosive running back, and he's going to pick up yards and yards and yards. But you give him that one opportunity, he's going to capitalize on it.
By the way, that was also a first down sponsored by Suzanne McLaughlin Realty. Camden Garner takes in the 2-point conversion. 9:25 to go in the third, and the Redskins are on the rampage. They lead at 38-0 on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done?
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. They're real people with real service and real value, and next time they'll get a real good read.
Hey, tires matter, and they're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack, whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you need. Tire Rack makes it easy. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
After this kickoff, we will go down to Ange for a Patrick sideline report. In the meantime, we can tell you Mishawaka now leading Marion 28-0 in the fourth. And Penn on top of Valpo 21-6 in the third. We'll see them both next week. Here's the North Judson kickoff. Return to the 35. Down for a Patrick sideline report in Ange.
Hey, we've talked about It's Tops being a great sponsor. They got us mini footballs this year, so let's throw some out to the Knox student section. Hey, who wants a football?
As long as they don't throw them back at you.
Look at a great job by Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, great catch in the front row. So we got some footballs, throwing them out. It's Tops. They make everything. They make this shirt. They make the little footballs. They make tumblers, mugs. Check them out in Mishawaka.
They make a onesie for Charlie Ernst, my new grandson, who helped tell everybody it was game day today. Asen Harper hands it off to Evan McGowan for a pickup of one on the play. And we will have a running clock in the rest of this one. This was a rule that was put in about a couple of years ago.
Hey, located right in the middle of Knox and North Judson, Heartland Church, Starke County, is always rooting and praying for both teams. Join them for services Sundays at 10 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Heartland Church is on State Road 10, 1 mile west of Highway 35.
2nd and 9 for the Blue Jays. Brett Lambert's team down 38-0, just trying to make something good happen here in the rest of this ball game. Asen Harper moves his fullback to the right. They put a man in motion. They give it off to Grayson McDaniel, who eludes a couple of tacklers, and with some pretty strong running, McDaniel takes it up to the 43-yard line. It's one of the more impressive runs of the night for North Judson.
Very close to the Bailey's Discount Center first down. Hasn't had many of those tonight.
Third down and a long 2.
North Judson had the one drive at the end of the first half where they got down inside the Knox 20-yard line, and then penalties and sacks thwarted the end of the drive. They are looking at a 3rd and 3 here.
Not very many kicks for North Judson either. Kicks and punts sponsored by Wapple Grain and Herb. They're from San Pierre, and they've been helping feed and flavor the world for more than 80 years, and proud to be Blue Jays. That's Wapple Grain and Herb.
And the handoff goes up the middle, and it is a first down, sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center, as Christian Hiddle was able to open up the hole that time for Asen Harper. Harper came up a little bit hobbled on that, but he looks to be okay.
Hometown Power Wash is your premier exterior cleaning company. From local schools, hospitals, apartment buildings, and houses, Hometown Power Wash can take care of your dirtiest needs to get you your project started. Go to hometownpowerwash.com and go Redskins.
6:54 to go, third quarter on a running clock, 1st and 10. Harper will give it off to Grayson McDaniel, who tries to go around the right side, and there's Kane Weber waiting for him. What an impressive young man we saw interviewed at halftime. I know the fans were excited to see both C.J. Sanchez and Kane Weber get on it.
Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, providing ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Ferret Custom Roll Forming, we form value. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
We have some finals coming in from around the area on the McInnes Realty Friday Night Football scoreboard. Fairfield has beaten Goshen 30-23. Wawasee downs Jimtown 10-9. Congratulations to Matt Thacker on the win. And West Central has beaten Winnemac 24-8. Here's a pitch out to the right side and some nice open field play. Weber was the first guy to get there, and then Maddox Kinder finished him off. And that's been a combo all night long for Knox. That defensive combo has worked really well.
They've done a great job of protecting the exterior, not letting anybody get outside. It's been a really good job of containment throughout this whole game.
There you see C.J. Sanchez on the other side. Been protecting a bit of a knee injury, hoping he can go next week, and certainly said, if this were a playoff game, we'd be ready to rock. But it's not, and he's going to try to get back with this team and get them going next week. Knox trying to stop North Judson here on a 3rd and 10. Harper flings it out there. It is caught by Aiden McGowan, but he cannot get the first down. He's brought down after a pickup of about 5.
Bailey's Discount Center is America's bargain capital. With 5 acres under one roof, you can find a variety of items, all at a huge savings. Check them out on Facebook and come shop at 5900 South Range Road in North Judson. Bailey's Discount Center.
Harper has a very unique throwing delivery. It's almost like watching somebody throw darts.
Yeah, I saw that during warm-up. It's a little bit lower than the normal. It's not way up over the top like a lot of quarterbacks are. It's a little bit more of a lower, more of a, like you said, dart angle.
4th down, the scoreboard says 3rd and 10, but here it's 4th and 7, and we've got whistles blown and flags thrown, and there were false starts all over the place.
1056 in Knox is proud to support Starke County Athletics. Bring the family to 1056 to enjoy a great meal and time together. Have a need for catering? 1056 caters all kinds of events, including tonight's game. Contact them today. Thank you, 1056, for feeding our crew tonight before tonight's game.
Dandy game going on down in Fort Wayne. They're in the 4th quarter, and Fort Wayne, Snyder, and Warsaw are tied at 30. 4th and 12. Judson will have to punt it away. Nowak's punt, sponsored by Wapple Grain and Herb. is fielded by McLaughlin, who's trying to serpentine his way up the field. And Miles McLaughlin is off to the races, but we have a flag thrown, and this one may be coming back.
Had a little bit of a wall set up to the outside, just couldn't quite get past it, but the flag was going to bring it back anyways. If you're looking for a home or investment property, contact Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate in Knox. Speed runs in the family, and she beats other realtors to the best deals. Contact Suzanne McLaughlin at 574-806-4173. Go Miles and go Knox.
So that is a serious penalty. This ball, where's he going with it? Oh, he went back to pick up his something else that he had dropped on the field. I thought, I've never seen a penalty that far before. But they're going to spot it back at the 36-yard line. It's opening night for the officials, too.
It sure is. Yes.
Kind of get together. It's been a well-officiated game. That just was one of those things that threw us off. 3:05 to go here in the third quarter. McLaughlin still in the game at quarterback. He'll hand it off, and this is a nice run for Camden Garner as he gets up to about the 41, the 42-yard line before Elijah Allen brings him down, wearing the same number that his older brother Cheyenne used to wear at North Judson.
A big shout out from Mayor Dennis Eastock in the city of Knox. They wish the Redskins good luck against North Judson tonight and the very best all season. Go Knox from the city of Knox.
Keegan Everidge checking into the game now on offense. Everidge, 195-pound senior, will line up in a wing blocking formation right behind McLaughlin. McLaughlin kind of fell down as he made the handoff there, but Everidge was able to pull forward, or was that Keen Weber that time? That was Weber on the carry.
Yeah.
They've got a 23, a 33, and a 43 out there. That was Weber for 3, and he's got 63 yards on 5 carries tonight.
Well, North Judson hasn't scored anything tonight, but they're sponsored anyways by the town of North Judson. They're working hard to build a better, more vibrant community for generations ahead. The town of North Judson wishes the Blue Jays well this season.
Boy, the communities down here have just been so supportive. And Russ Radke's going to take a timeout. We will, too, for 30 seconds. Back in a flash on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor. A 38-0 lead for Knox over North Judson with 1:42 and counting here. Redskins looking at a 3rd and 1. Miles McLaughlin still in the game at quarterback. Bad snap, and Ashton Walker will fall on it back at the 37-yard line. 4th down, and we'll see if Knox decides to punt for the first time this season.
Yeah, it looks like they're over discussing it, and they haven't decided completely yet at this point.
It would be a chance to work on that phase of the game, but I don't think Russ Radke is thinking that way.
Well, I think they're still trying to pick up that first down of the second half.
Well, they did get one for Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate. In fact, they've had 2, but I'm sure Suzanne wouldn't mind another mention. 4th and 9. McLaughlin looking over at Tyler Radke, and Knox will burn another timeout here with 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Let's take you around the area with the McInnes Realty Friday Night Football scoreboard. Carroll has beaten Caston 41-6. Concord with a 35-29 lead on Elkhart. That's in the fourth at Rice Field. Columbia City leading Northwood now 20-8 in the third. South Bend Adams has expanded its lead to 22-7 on Culver Academy. That's in the third quarter. Michigan City with a 17-0 lead in the third on Hanover Central. St. Joe pounding Lakeland tonight, 36-6. That's in the fourth. And Mishawaka, as we mentioned, leading Marion 28-0 in the fourth.
Minor this third quarter was brought to you by Surf Internet. They're Michiana-based, and they deliver fiber internet that powers work, school, play, and everything in between. Get the speed and reliability you can count on with the pricing that fits your budget. Surf Internet.
McLaughlin hands it off, and it's a first down for Kane Weber. And Weber takes it all the way up to the North Judson 45. First down sponsored by Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate. I think we had a late flag come in, and it's going to be a sideline violation against North Judson. It's not going to be anything that results in yardage. It's just a couple of coaches got a little too far out onto the field, and as the official was running down the sideline, he ran into one of them. Happens in the NFL, too. C.D. Lamb was playing, not even playing for the Cowboys the other night on the sideline. Got mowed over by an official. So Weber with a nice run there. They'll go back to McLaughlin here, and McLaughlin stays on his feet, changes direction. Look at this run for 6 yards. I have him for 212 yards tonight. And that'll do it for the third quarter of play from Community Field in Knox, where the Redskins lead North Judson 38-0 after 3 on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done.
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Ferret. Custom roll forming, we form value. Normally, after 3 quarters of play, we would go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report with Angelo DiCarlo. He seems to be roaming lonely over at the 30-yard line. Ange, what do you have?
I have nothing. I mean, it's 38-0. I forgot it. You know, for a running clock, that third quarter actually went kind of slow, didn't it? I mean,
well, there were 2 timeouts. That's one reason.
Yeah, I mean, so that's my report for you. That's my expert analysis from down here on the field on your Patrick sideline report. There you go.
Pick up a first down here for Suzanne McLaughlin at Binkley Real Estate as we start the fourth quarter with a run by Camden Garner for 5 yards.
Well, I got something for you, and that's the 13-7 Foundation, which honors former Jimtown football player Deacon Dylan Beck, who died tragically in 2024 at the age of 19. Deacon loved the vocational trades, and the 13-7 Foundation awards scholarships for those looking to enter the trades. Search 13-7 Foundation on Facebook for more information information on how you can support the foundation.
Ashton Walker now in at quarterback. He played there a little bit earlier tonight. Miles McLaughlin has come off the field. We'll see if he returns at any time. And it looks like Knox is going to take another timeout with 11:11 to go in this one. The Redskins burned their last time out with a 38-0 lead on Sports Michiana.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. 1st and 10 for Knox with 11:10 left in this one and a 38-0 lead. Ashton Walker in at quarterback. And he will keep it himself for about a 2-yard pickup.
Sports Michiana's apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. They're locally run since 1976. It's Tops give you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
Walker, a member of the basketball team here at Knox, where Jason Breeden is the head coach. Jaden Fisher now in the game at running back, the diminutive sophomore. He stands to the left of Walker. And it'll be Fisher taking the handoff and weaving his way through traffic for about 3 yards.
Hey, ready to serve the Elkhart and surrounding areas? Caring Transition specializes in senior relocations, downsizing, and decluttering, estate sales, and home cleanouts. Learn more at caringtransitionsofelkhartin.com.
Little confusion as to who is coming in for whom, but Fisher comes out as Kane Weber checks back in for this 3rd and 6, under 10 minutes to go. The Redskins going to go 1-0 for the season and get their first win over North Judson in the last 3 tries. Walker trying to get to the outside, dragged down from behind on a terrific tackle by Javen Christensen.
Main Street Florals and Gifts in North Judson has been serving Starke County for 22 years. Jenny takes pride in her work and is proud to be a part of this community with a huge selection of gifts and a UPS drop-off. Check out Main Street Floral and Gifts for all your floral needs.
4th down, and we'll see what the Radke family conjures up here. I say Radke family because Tyler and Bo both helping Russ on the sidelines. Knox will get a challenge next week as they go down to Royal Center to take on Pioneer. Low snap, handled by Walker, but flags are thrown, and this one is blown dead.
A lot of laundry being thrown here in the second half.
Meanwhile, North Judson next week turns around. They have their home opener as they will take on LaVille. Haven't seen anything from that LaVille-Triton game so far tonight. We'll see if we can find something here on the McKinnis Realty scoreboard.
LaVille, Braden Switz taking over at quarterback for LaVille.
Yeah, and Triton with a very solid team. They've got Gage Riffle playing at quarterback and Vinny Prater with that beautiful flowing beard of his.
Yeah.
Playing on both sides of the ball. 4th and 10. Long look to the sidelines. I think McLaughlin is back in there. He is, but Might be a delay of game penalty there.
You know what sounds really good? That would be Chips and Doodles. They're
yeah.
a family-owned and operated small-batch local bakery. Their delicious cookies are baked in a commercial oven made with real vanilla and butter. Delivery is available, as is pickup near downtown South Bend. Learn more at chipsanddoodles.com.
Few things that are not better with butter. So a 5-yard penalty will move it back. And it'll be 4th and 15. It's the final now as Churubusco has beaten Bremen tonight 36-7. Here's Ashton Walker on the end around trying to cut up the field, and more flags come in on the play. I wonder if there might have been an inadvertent face mask there.
Hey, join the Knox Athletic Boosters in rallying behind our teams at every event. Together, we can build a strong, supportive community that champions the growth and success of our young athletes. Go Knox from Knox Athletic Boosters.
So the penalty will be against Knox. It is declined, and North Judson will take over on downs with 6:42 and counting, and this one trailing 38-0.
Big shout out to North Judson Athletic Department. They'd like to wish all their student athletes the very best as they compete during the 25-26 school year. Good luck to all, and go Blue Jays.
I think it's key to remember, too, Knox is 3A, North Judson is 1A. Not making any excuses for North Judson, but if you're taking a look at this team and saying, oh my gosh, they're not the same team as they were last year, maybe not. Doesn't mean that they can't make a strong run in 1A.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to be tested, like you said, throughout the regular season. Nice run up the middle here from North Judson.
Grayson McDaniel with a 9-yard carry there.
But it's important that they learn from this game and they don't just be defeated in the loss. Yes, it's 38-0. Yes, it's running clock. But I felt like North Judson battled with the young guys that they have out there, the inexperience that they have out there in key positions.
And how about Bart Curtis and Warsaw? They go down to Fort Wayne Snyder without their starting quarterback and still win it 38-30 tonight. Unbelievable.
Such success he's had at Warsaw since going over there and taking over the program.
And as a reward for that, they get to play Warren Central next week.
Yay. But I'm sure that that was part of Bart's doing. Scheduling the best. Prepare you for the best.
A 2nd and 1 carry for North Judson. Looks as though it will be to the midfield stripe, and that would be a first down sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center.
First down.
So it looks like it was McDaniel on the carry again. They get the first down, and they merely paused the clock to move the chains, but they can run it again right here.
Defense.
McDaniel now with 5 carries for 24 yards on the night. Asen Harper, the sophomore, is still in there at quarterback. He'll pitch it out to Grayson McDaniel. It's got some running room on that left side, and McDaniel able to fly forward for about 8. We mentioned McDaniel was the leading ball carrier coming back for this team. He is a 3-sport athlete at North Judson. He's also a member of the wrestling and track teams.
Great opportunity for this Judson offense with Harper and McDaniel to really get some momentum going, really work on some plays. North Judson, I'm sure, does not want to allow them to score or anything like that, but good drive here for North Judson.
As you look at Russ Radke, his 49th year of coaching, first in active wins, second all-time. He played basketball at Purdue Calumet. A lot of people don't know. Russ Radke was about a heartbeat away from becoming a grad assistant at BYU. And he had applied for the North Judson job, hadn't heard anything. At the age of 23, he and his wife were ready to go to Provo. And then all of a sudden they get the call, hey, you're the head coach at North Judson. And here he is 414 wins later, counting this one.
Quite a career, quite a stigma here in the community in northern Indiana.
And Russ is really easy to talk to as long as you stick to one of the four things: football, farming, tractors, or family. You get off course of that, he's not really interested.
Yep.
There's a first down, by the way, sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center. He will talk about officiating, and one of my favorite lines is to tell Russ that he calls a game like he spells his name with no eyes. But he shows no signs of slowing down.
No, and I think they made a point of that in their interview and the talk before about, he's not ready. He's, ready to continue on, live his life. This is his dream. This is his life. He coaching and farming and being, encouraging these kids and making young adults into men.
And, the beauty is he talks about LPD, loyalty, pride, and dedication. And he really gets that from his players. It doesn't matter any of the stops that he's made. His players revere him.
In every place that we've been that he's coached that we've covered, everybody in the community buys in. I mean, how many times have we been to places where we're like, wow, look at the turnout here tonight. Look at everything that's going on. Look at all the younger kids that are here and younger programs and everything.
Here's Asen Harper throwing out in the flat and completing the pass to Evan McGowan. That's good for a first down, sponsored by Bailey's Discount Center, as McGowan gets up to the 18-yard line, and North Judson in the red zone trying to get on the board with 2:06 to go in this one. So we'll see if Knox can keep it shut out here, or if North Judson can spoil the party here at Community Field.
They do have 3 timeouts left. We'll see if they use them to try to get in the end zone.
Isaac Singleton is favoring his right arm as he comes off the field. Cam Garner will come in for him. Man in motion is Christensen. Harper has to throw it, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage on a nice play by Hunter Anderson. Anderson, one of the 2 juniors who plays on defense, but he is a 3-year starter.
Did just a great job of getting in there, knocking that ball down. Fantastic job.
And typically an incomplete pass would stop the clock, but with the running clock rule, it turns ahead with 1:15 to go in this one. So North Judson not only trying to get into the end zone, but having to play a little game of beat the clock here. 2nd and 10. Christensen in motion. And Harper kept it himself, and that wound up being a painful decision as Knox comes up and makes the stop after a pickup of 3.
Really surprised Lambert isn't calling a timeout here, but I think he's at the point now where he's like, we're just going to try to go with the time running. We're not going to try to call a timeout here. If we can't score with a running clock, then we don't deserve to score.
Yeah, and I get the point of that, too. In the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't make any difference whether you put 6 or 0 up on the board. 30 seconds left in this one. Harper wants to throw. He's looking for a man in the end zone. Touchdown, North Judson. Xander Nowak with the catch. The touchdown sponsored by the town of North Judson. And the Blue Jays run a nice little route here to Nowak, the basketball player who makes his first catch of the season.
Nice job. He threw it kind of behind him, but a great job of adjusting to the pass route.
And the 2-point conversion, there will be a flag here as Asen Harper is stopped. They were trying to get the 2-pointer off before the clock expired. Time has run out, and this one has gone final at Community Field in Knox, where the Knox Redskins get revenge on their arch rivals, the North Judson Blue Jays, and win the 81st chapter of this rivalry by a final score of 38-6. We've got a lot to talk about on our Ferret Custom Roll Forming postgame show, including our Reliance Player of the Game, our Big C Lumber Play of the Game, and it all comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
15, 190.
15 carries, 190 yards.
How many touchdowns?
2.
2.
And 1 throwing.
We are back at Community Field in Knox, where the Knox Redskins have prevailed over the North Judson Blue Jays 38-6. It is time to meet our Reliance player of the game. Miles McLaughlin was standing by moments ago with Angelo DiCarlo. He's over talking with Brett Lambert. Brett giving him a pat on the head, and now we go down for our Reliance player of the game. It's Miles McLaughlin.
Well, how did that one feel?
Hey, that feels really good. I'm not going to lie, man.
Take us through the emotions of tonight. Obviously, they've had your number for most of your career. To get this victory, not only beat them, but beat them soundly.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Went 2-2 against them, so we can call it a rivalry. I mean, they're a 1A school. They're going to be real good here this year. They got 2 of their best players out. I really feel like they can be good.
What allowed your group to have such success on the field tonight?
I think our defense, we got 9 or 10 seniors out there starting. We just stayed tough all night long, and our defense, we worked real hard on this all year long.
You owe your mom an apology, by the way. She sponsored the first downs in the second half. But you put the game away in the first half. She didn't get as many mentions as she would have expected. So you want to give Mom an apology right now on the air?
Hey, my fault, Mom. Love you.
What are your hopes now for this team for the rest of the year? Obviously, you guys have won 3 straight sectional championships. What do you think this team is capable of achieving, and what did tonight show about that?
I think our defense here, we're gonna go a long way with our defense. We were not as well on defense last year. We're a lot more tough, smarter on defense. We had a lot of people coming back, so I think our defense is gonna take us a long way.
You know you're over 7,000 career rushing yards?
It's crazy, man. I'm working for this record.
Congratulations, man. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you, sir.
That's Miles McLaughlin, our Reliance player of the game. Outstanding effort, 190 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, and a touchdown pass as well. Back upstairs to you, Chuck and Bo.
And yes, we realized that we had the graphic wrong there for Miles. We apologize for that, but we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck and Bo with you. It's time now to look at our play of the game, brought to you by Big C Lumber, and believe it or not, that's going to feature Miles McLaughlin too.
Well, when the first play from scrimmage and you're going to take off and go over 60 yards for the touchdown, that just puts a big dagger in the heart right away. And for North Judson, it was just like, oh boy, this guy's fast. This team's big. This team's strong. It gave all the confidence in the world for Knox, and for North Judson, it was a little bit of that dagger right in the heart, very first play of the game.
So Miles McLaughlin with a big night. Getting the player of the game and the play of the game. Of course, player of the game sponsored by Reliance, play of the game sponsored by Big C Lumber. And a big night for Knox. As he mentioned, their defense is much, much better this season.
I really like their defense. Their defense is going to be over or underrated. They're going to always talk about the offense, always talk about Miles and how good this team is and how many points they put up. But when a defense basically shuts out a North Judson team tonight, they're going to come in. They're going to be the ones that are going to dictate whether or not they win championships this year.
And I thought it was very classy, too, that he tipped the cap to North Judson. He said, look, they're going to do a great job in 1A. Yeah. They did have 2 of their players out. We mentioned C.J. Sanchez, but we also mentioned Logan Pradke at the beginning of the broadcast. He is a running back, a defensive back, a kicker. He is a valuable member of this team. They were without both of them tonight. Once they get them back, I really think Brett Lambert's team can be a strong force in 1A.
Definitely, for sure. I don't know if they can go all the way to the state championship, but I can tell you this. If they can prove and they can get better week in and week out, they're going to do some damage in that playoffs.
They'll get tested by LaVille next week. LaVille got a 28-0 win over Triton tonight. And meanwhile, Knox has to take on Pioneer. And I got news for you. Adam Berry's team, they're back.
Yeah. You know, all those years that they went down to state sectionals and undefeated seasons, well, they got their guys in there, and they're back at it.
And don't forget, next week we have more high school football for you, the Backyard Brawl from Freed Field when Mishawaka visits Penn. But we really want to thank our sponsors tonight, and we want to thank our Sports Michiana crew for helping bring you this one, led by the G-Man, Gary Martin, who's been a very busy man in this first week of high school sports. He had help down in the booth with Josh Kellogg and Deron Gray. And then, of course, we had Matt Kowalski, Luke McDowell, and Chris Skibby working the cameras tonight, and Ryan Fitzpatrick doing what Ryan Fitzpatrick does best, just running around and taking care of everything. A reminder that Monday night we've got Notre Dame talk for you on Pulse FM, as it's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Irish Football Fix. It's at 7 p.m. on 92.1, 96.9, 103.1. And then next Friday night, the Backyard Brawl from Freed Field as number 3 Mishawaka visits Penn. We're on the air with a pregame at 6:45, and do hope you'll join us then. Now, from our broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt and Angelo DiCarlo, this is Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final score, Knox 38, North Judson 6. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana. Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana. Thanks, everybody. Tony Letcher Health Market, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Barrett Custom Roll Forming,